Okay, hi, this is my first ever live broadcast on this webinar, and I decided just to go ahead and do a live webinar and just record it and then put it out there so that you can watch it at your leisure. So, who am I? Um, my name is Jenny Harris, and I'm an elite Orange status presenter with Younique. As you can tell from the accent, I am based in the UK. I live in Warwickshire. I am married and I have two teenage sons. I just want to tell you a little bit about Younique. I want to try and give you a little bit of a dip into everything so that you've got a little bit about me, a little bit about the business, and why it could be an opportunity for you. So let me tell you a little bit about Younique first. Younique is a baby company. We are still only in our third year. And what does that mean? It means that we have the whole world to go into. We're currently in the UK. We started off for a US based company based in Utah. Started off in the US. We're now in Canada. We're in Australia, New Zealand, the UK, Mexico, Germany, and just last week on February the 1st, we launched in France. So it's a really exciting time for us right now. So just to give you a little bit of background, that Younique is owned by brother and sister team, Derek and Melanie, who had a huge why to set up a foundation. They had plans to do that in 5 years, and they did it in two. So, and how they done it? They've got an army of women who absolutely love the products, love the company, love sharing and talking about the company across the world, doing what we love, and that is talking to people and sharing the opportunity. Um, just to give you a bit of perspective, back in November in 2015, so just a couple of months ago, we had a $50 million month. Let me just let that sink in. Yeah, we did $50 million in sales in 1 month. Okay, now that is huge. I'm sure there are a lot of businesses that would love to be making $50 million in a year, and we did it in 1 month. So, what does that tell you? It tells you that people love our products. It also tells you that we have customers that come back to buy our products. So we have repeat customers because our product is consumable. I can't remember if that's the right word. You have to forgive me. But it means that people come back. They want more, they buy it, they want to replace it when it runs out. So that is, a little tiny bit about the company, just to whet your appetite. So who am I? Who's Jenny Harris? Like I said, I'm married. I live in the UK. I'm an elite orange status presenter, which means that I am 2 steps away from the top of the company, and I'll show you that on the plan when we go through it. But in 2011, I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis in both my knees, and that forced me to take a look at my life. And at the time, it was really busy, quite hectic. My children were obviously younger than they are now, and it forced me to sit back and just look at what was going on in my life. So it then took me another 2 years. Yes, I procrastinated. It then took me another 2 years to make the decision to leave the career. It was a 25-year-old career at the time. It took me that amount of time to make a decision to leave what was my career. I was a police officer. I've been a police officer for 26 years. I was actually a sergeant at the time, but I made the decision to leave on medical grounds. But what that then did for me, it made me start to have a look at what the world had to offer, because I'd never really looked, I'd never really noticed. And that led me into Younique, which is where I am now. It led me into network marketing. I had absolutely no clue what I was doing in network marketing. I got no experience whatsoever. But what I did know was that I could learn and that I was willing to do whatever it took. So I found out there were some skills. There were 7 really basic skills that you need to learn. And I set about learning those skills. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not the end of it, okay? But it means that, I've committed to becoming a lifelong learner. You cannot know enough in any business, but we do sometimes sit back and just play it safe. In network marketing, it encourages you to step out of your comfort zone and do the things that most people won't ever do. Okay, it opens up the opportunity to you to earn an uncapped income, to meet lots of new people, hang out with people that are earning 6 and 7 figures. It just gives you some huge opportunities that we don't get in our normal day-to-day jobs. So that's just a little bit about me. So what I'm going to try and do now is just share with you a presentation. I'm going to try and keep it really short as to why Younique may be something that you might want to consider. So I'm going to try something now. I'm going to try and share my screen. So you have to bear with me as I try and do this. So just bear with me a second. No, doesn't work. Okay, so here we are. What I want to talk to you about tonight really is Younique an opportunity for you, and how you can create a business or a lifestyle with Younique that you actually want for yourself and your family. So that's me. Okay, so who are Younique? I've explained that to you. We're a 3-year-old company based in Utah. We're direct sales. We launched in Utah in November 2012, launched in the UK in October 2014. We sell high quality, naturally based, cruelty-free cosmetics, and of course our number one gateway selling products, which we sell something in the regions of 20,000 of these units per day, is our 3D fiber mascara. So our philosophy is centered around the core values of simplicity, positive influence, and the celebration of inner, outer, and outer beauty. Our mission statement is to uplift and empower and validate women. That strapline for me, it really encompassed all the things that I value and that were held close to my heart. So that was one of the main things that attracted me to Younique. Okay, so I've explained that Derek and Melly are brother sister team. Derek is the CEO and the founder. He's also founded a company called Next Steps in 2003. In 2009, Next Steps was number 11 in the USA and number 1 in Utah as the fastest growing software company in the USA. And because of his background in software and IT, we get our website with Younique totally free, and it's managed and supported by Younique, and it doesn't cost us a single penny. Okay, so Melanie is also the co-founder. She's vice president of sales and marketing. She's got a background in advertising, art, marketing, purchasing and sales, and her passion really is marketing sales, and she's an amazing woman. She's also a mother of 4. So to much about me. Oh, I just want to quickly share with you what I forgot to share. One of my proudest moments with Younique so far is that I actually qualified for the Younique cruise to Jamaica in October 2015. So I went on an all-inclusive cruise, and I'm really, really proud of that fact. We had some new figures out released in January, so last month. There were over 300,000 presenters in Younique, and I am in the top 0.7%. So there are 2,500 elite presenters, that's green and orange, and I am one of those 2,500. So I'm really pleased and very proud of that fact. We have some amazing products, because you're going to want to know what you sell. We have amazing products, and our product range is just getting bigger and bigger. It's all naturally based, 100% minerals, cruelty-free, paraben-free, talc-free. Some products are gluten-free, and several products are vegan-friendly. We also have a product quality guarantee. So if you're not happy with your products, then you can return it to us within 14 days and get a full refund. So you are really risk-free shopping. Okay, we have cleansers, toners, moisturizers, and the products are amazing for your skin. The Illuminate Clear and Illuminate Clean. One is for oily skin, the other is for normal to dry. The rose water is brilliant on the skin for toning and sort of refreshing your skin, hence it's called refreshed. It's also great on sunburn and irritated skin because it's got natural rose in it. If you know anything about plant essences and plant from rose, it's a really expensive product in its most natural form. And we've also got our face, what we call these products are skincare with a purpose. Our glorious face and eye primer, and it's a perfect base for your makeup. And if your lines and wrinkles are your concern, we have the perfect product in our Uplift Eye Serum, which is affectionately known as Botox in the bottle. We also have some flawless face products. So we've got our BB creams. We also have mineral concealers, mineral cream powder foundations. We also have a liquid foundation, which we sold 500,000 bottles between the 1st September and the 1st of December. We sold out, and those products are currently on back order. We are desperate to get them back in, but they have been amazing. We sold out of 6 months worth of products in just 1 month. So that just gives you an idea of just how amazing our products are. We also have some amazing eye products. Our mineral eye pigments are just perfect for creating any look that you want. They come in 32 shades, 16 matte, 16 shimmer, and you can use them either wet or dry. They are perfect for creating just a soft look and also for creating a more dramatic look. We have lip glosses and lip pencils, lip stains. We've got new lip stains. We also have 15 different shades of lipstick, which is just amazing. Okay, so we're going to talk about our lifestyle plan and how do you earn some money. If you just want to sell products, that's absolutely great. We love, people that can sell, people that can share, and you start off on 20% commission on anything that you sell of your own personal sales, and that will go up to 30% commission on your own sales. If you want to build a business, which if you know anything about sales and marketing, building a team is the fastest way to earn a lot of money, and from there you can earn up to 3% to 40% commission on your own sales and also your company sales. So how our financial rules, how you can earn this amazing opportunity. As you can see there, I'm just giving you, I don't want to bore you with numbers because we can do that in training, but this just gives you a brief overview of how the whole thing works. So I've got a pointer here. So you start off as an entry-level presenter on 20%. This goes up to 25% when you sell 1,000 points worth of products. And again, I will go into that, but I'm not going to go into too much detail while we're training. Once you start to build a team, so if you decide that you just want to sell products, you will never go yellow is as high as you will go because you'll just get paid commission based on the products that you sell. However, when you start building a team, you can promote to pink, where you earn 25% on your sales and 3% off your team circle sales. Same with blue, you get 25%, but this time you go up to 4%. This is where we really start to compensate you for the work and the hard work that you're putting in to building your business. This is the sweet spot of the compensation plan. Promoting to green. Green is our first recognised level of leadership within Younique, and they compensate you for that because at this point you'll start to invest your time to building a team, coaching, mentoring and training your team, so you are compensated for that. So when you get to green, you get 30% on your own personal sales, you get 5% on your circle sales, and also 3% on what we call your first generation sales. So this is when you start to really think about how your business and how fast you can grow your business. Orange, Elite Orange, that's where I am right now. 30% of your own sales, 5% on your circle, 3% on your first generation sales. This is when you start to build other leaders, and 4% on your second generation sales. And this is where I'm heading. I'm not hoping, I'm not going to use that kind of language. I will be a black stage presenter. That's where my goals are set. So purple and then black, and that's when you hit the top of the company. Okay, so how do we progress? This is how it works. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it just gives you an idea of where you start and where you can end up. And the beauty of this company is that it doesn't matter whether you are, what age you are, what colour your skin is, what your religion is, what your marital status is. It does what your educational background is. It does not matter in the slightest. If you decide that you want to get to the top of this company, then nobody will stop you. Okay, you have the opportunity to start as a white status presenter and progress all the way through to black. It just depends on you. And that is the beauty of what we do. And I absolutely love this company for that. You don't have to wait for someone to invite you to be promoted. You can just decide that you want to do it and you can just go for it. Okay. So how we get paid? We get paid, this is just amazing. It's unique to us, which is just fantastic. We get paid every 3 hours, which is fantastic. So you have a sale, for argument's sake, you want, there's a pair of shoes online in the sale and you want them. You can sell some products within 3 hours, you get paid, and you can go straight online and buy what it is that you want. So you can treat yourself, treat your family. So you have a Pay Quicker account, you have a fabulous Younique card where your commissions get paid onto your card, and you get paid your bonuses. If you decide you want to build a team, you get your pay, your bonuses on the 8th of the month, but following your own sales, you get paid every 3 hours, which is just fabulous. And that was something that Derek and Melanie insisted on. They wanted to ensure that as women, we got access to our money. They didn't want us to wait for a week, 2 weeks, a month. They wanted us to get paid as quickly as possible. And they found a system which allows that to happen. So we get paid within 3 hours, which is fantastic. So those are the colours where you can start. Now, Fast Start is a bonus scheme, and that is just to encourage you. It is well documented throughout this type of business that the faster you start your business, the more successful you are likely to become, and the more likely you are to stay. Because when you see success loves speed, and when people see that this works, then they are more likely to stay. So the Fast Start program is put in place to encourage you to hit the ground running, and that I can help you to do that. So what is the Fast Start program? You have to do 2,000 in personal retail sales, sponsor at least 3 new people into your team, and you do all of that within 90 days. So you could choose to break it down, set yourself some goals. So if you want to break down your 2,000 and do 700 PRS each month, set yourself a goal to do that. I would always set a goal slightly higher than that, because then you can come in under. Sponsor at least 3 new presenters. Again, set yourself a goal higher than 1 a month, and then then you can go for it. And then as long as you're within 90 days, you get an amazing reward. You get £160 in wire cash if you're based in the UK. It's $250 if you're in the US, and you're going to have to forgive me. I cannot remember off the top of my head the numbers for the other countries that we're in. But again, that is something that that I'll share with you as and when you are with me, and that will form part of your training. Like I say, you get your Fast Start cash, and you also get a beautiful gold charm, which is added to your other charms that you earn. Okay, I'm going to skip past this because this is a little bit, because this year we're actually going to Mexico. That's where we're going this year. And again, we're doing that in October this year, and I'll share all that information with you if you decide to come with us. Okay, so to maintain your business, you have to do 125 PRS every 90 days. So if you decide to join the business and you just want to earn a little bit of cash as and when you feel like it, you just want to share the products with your friends and family, and you don't really want to build a business, you just want to have that little bit of income coming in, as long as you place an order for 125 PRS, which is around about 5 mascaras every 90 days. So it's just over 1 mascara a month. If you order 2 mascaras a month, that'll keep you active. You keep your website, you'll keep your downline if you start to build a team. Those are the people that you've personally enrolled yourself. And you also get a 3-month grace period, because in Younique we understand that sometimes life just gets in the way, and sometimes things happen that we can do absolutely nothing about. So if after 90 days you haven't placed an order, you still get another 90 days to pull your account back into activation. So that is just brilliant. And you keep your status, you don't lose any of that if you reactivate your account within that time period. We've had amazing growth. This really is not something that you want to miss. If it's something that you've considered, if it's something you've looked at, if you've even just thought about it for a split second, you really need to jump on board. What have you got to lose? You have absolutely nothing to lose. The potential to change your life is immense. We now have, again, this is a little bit out of date, we now currently have 6 mascara millionaires. Okay, 6 of them. We had one initially in 2014, and that was an amazing lady who did that. And then in December of 2015, we had another 5, all hit the top of the compensation plan, all on over $83,000 per month, which is just amazing. And these women are no different to you or I. They are just women that made a decision to go for it. And that is the only difference. They decided to do the things that most people won't do. They decide to step out their comfort zone and just dig in and don't stop until they got where they wanted. They've become professional problem solvers, and that's what this is about. Don't let a problem that you come against get in your way. Find a way to figure it out and get around that problem. And that is what amazing. I'll tell you that not to impress you, but to impress upon you just how you can do the same. So there's loads of ways to market your business. You can be in front of any kind of group, face-to-face parties, home parties, speak to anyone in a salon, friends, relatives, acquaintances. You just talk to every single person that you know, because and don't let your own fears get in the way, because you may well have something that somebody that you know needs, or you might not even know them, and you have what they need. And if you don't tell them what you're doing, if you don't talk to them about the opportunity, then they will never know. But I promise you, somebody else will at some point, and you will have missed that opportunity. So just speak to everyone. So there are lots of reasons why join the Younique experience. Earn some extra money, make new friends. I've made a huge, I've got friends in different parts of the world now that I would never ever have had the opportunity to meet had I not been in Younique. It's everyone has their reasons why they want to join. Like I say, you might want to earn some extra money. You might want to earn a lot of extra money. You might want to make some new friends. You may well just want to help more people to enjoy what you're enjoying. And there is a huge amount of personal satisfaction in knowing that you are, I certainly get a lot of satisfaction from knowing that I'm helping other people, other women in my team, in my company to overcome, things that may well have gotten their way in their previous lives, that may well have deterred them in the past. Watching that growth is like nothing else. It is just amazing. And knowing that you are, you've contributed a little bit to that is amazing. So yes, we're a debt-free company as well. I think that's really important for you to know, because at the end of the day, we're not accountable to shareholders. We don't owe the bank any money. You're not going to turn up one day and we don't exist. We are a debt-free company. We are a millions of dollar amount of company, and we've only just got started. We are really, really only in the warm-up phase. We're nowhere near. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and I get really excited about that. Network marketing is going to see an explosion in the next 5 to 10 years, because people will start to notice that there is a better way. Going and having a job is great. We have got bills to pay. We have to eat, but there is a better way. There is a better way to be able to create the life that you want for you. A job pays the bills, and it might give you a holiday once a year, but long term, does it give you those things that we aspire to? Being able to have that time to go on holiday when you want to, not having to worry about taking children out of school. You can afford to go during the holidays. Those are the kind of things that I want for you, that I wish for everybody to have, because you deserve it. We're breaking all the records. We're the fastest growing company, direct sales company ever. And that is, I'm so proud of that I am in a company that can say that. Okay, so for me, dream big and create your own lifestyle. Whatever you dream of, write it down, set some goals, and take some action. Because goals without action, without activity, are just dreams. Okay, so yes, we can dream, set those goals, and take that action to make it happen. This is an incredible opportunity. We've got great products that people love and they come back for time and time and time again. Financial freedom can be yours. If it's something that you've only ever dreamed of and that you've looked longingly and thought, how do they do that? I would love to be able to do that. Let me tell you, you can. What I will say to you is that it is work. This is not a lottery ticket. This is not a get rich quick scheme. It's not just going to happen. You have to make it happen. And we will show you in Eyelash Divas and Team Lash Boss just how you can make that happen for you. So your future is in your hands. Grab it, run with it, and take it and make it your own. You get an amazing kit, so let's get you signed up. So if there's anything that you are thinking about, that you want to know more about, you want to know more about the opportunity, then I would invite you to contact me as soon as possible. I'm going to escape out of this. If I can click to exit, let's have a look, see if we can come out of there and go back. You're going to have to bear with me because I'm not very good at this. So, now to stop. Okay, and I'm back. So, if you have taken anything from this webinar and you want to get in touch with me, like I said, my name is Jenny Harris. You can connect with me on Facebook. You can find me at Jenny Harris, Jenni Harris. So Jenni and Harris, Harris. You'll find me on Facebook. You can also have a look at my page, which is Younique by UK Jenny. That's Younique, Younique by UK Jenny, and it's Jenni again. You can have a look at my business page. You can go to my website, which is www.youniquebyukjenny.com, and you can click on join if you just can't wait to get started. And I really hope that you've got just how amazing and enthusiastic. I just love this and I just love to share it with you. And you can also drop me an email if you've still got some questions, you're not sure and you don't want to send me a message on Facebook, then drop me an email. My email address is Jenny, Jenni, at jenniharris.com. So that's Jenni at jenniharris.com. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. I'm just going to see how long we've been on. I don't know how long we've been on air. I've tried to go through it as fast as I can, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to working with you very, very soon. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye for now.